Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. We're a little bit farther away from where we need to be because I went and did some other things between recordings. Like let a few days pass. But anyway, I was just thinking about it. If I didn't say it before in one of the early Endwalker videos, if you were playing along or you're playing 14 for the first time and you're going through this storyline in Endwalker, except for the flying side quests, I wouldn't stop to do any of the side quests. I would get the main story out of the way first, because there are so many side quests that they really cause everything to drag. And you'll remember them more fondly if you do them afterwards anyway, because you won't be getting your conflicting emotions slapping you in the face every other main story arc thing. Okay, so we were giving the Loperids a tour, gearing up to solve this Aetherburner issue. Maybe the Loperids will help us with it as well. Man, the Loperids are like, they're kind of cute, but they keep saying, yeah, planet's fucking doomed. They're like, they don't even question. Like, Heidelin said, planet's doomed. And they're just like, okay, I guess it's doomed. Like, they're not even thinking for themselves. Of course, I guess they were built as a slave race anyway, so whatever. Or, well, created as a slave race. Who are they slaving for, you might ask? Well, for everyone on Aetheris, right? And that might not give them a definite owner, but, you know, Heidelin created them and instilled in them her will, so while they can think for themselves, they are technically slaves. Or at the very least, servants, which, not necessarily a bad thing, but not necessarily a good thing. So this guy wants to sample food. Quickly choose what lives and what dies. Haven't had grapes in eons. Sour? I don't think I've ever had a sour grape. Look, there's the meta answer as the default choice. You can be like, nah, I fucking hate grapes. I'll go for meh. I don't fucking hate grapes, and they make wine, but I'm not like a wino. I prefer sake, which is made of rice. And a large part of me goes on to every character I make, so Clyde would probably be a sake drinker too. He just straight up fucking eat a lemon. Or an orange, I guess. Okay, it was an orange. Okay, that's not too bad. Enormously round carrots. No, they're pumpkins, you dillard. I keep seeing, ever since the early 2000s, like 2005, so many video games set in medieval times and later, even later, they all keep bringing up pumpkin stew, like a stew made inside of a pumpkin or stew made with pumpkin, and like pumpkin as this food staple. And I guess it was back then, but I can't think of eating pumpkin in anything other than pumpkin pie or like a pumpkin latte. Oh, now he's eating a lemon. Okay. You're supposed to suck on it or put it in juice. Lemon, the deceiver. Devoting story time to muffins. Mankind, Galoperates, we were both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. That's an awkward way to put fucking mankind, current mankind anyway, being born from the fucking killing everyone, but okay. Sure, we'll go with accumulated wisdom. Once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its folly, and its downfall. For perfection is an unattainable ideal. 'Tis the paradox of the immaculate carrot. Yet civilizations, since time immemorial, have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred in their futile quest, and all too often become the architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. So what we're getting right now is not the Loperitz views, we are getting more of Heidelin's views through Cooking Way. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect, to be content with what we have and make the most of it. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins. Have you noticed that the Loperitz kind of have been talking down to us, condescending? I'm sure it's another thing because they were created directly by an ancient. And I wonder if we were still, if we were still ancients, would they be talking down to us this way, right? Because remember, they expected us to be the same size as Vana and the Watcher and whatnot, but we're not. So would they be talking down to us still if we weren't? It's kind of weird, you know. I know it's also for it's for comedic effect, but you know, it gets kind of old. It gets even older than, you know, the actual ancients in Elpis talking down to us and like side quests and, you know, hither and dither, you know, treating us like a familiar because that's the guys we assumed while we were there, you know. But, you know, here we have literal familiars, or rabbit people created by Hydaelyn, and they're talking down to us. I mean, to be fair, they have creation magics that they can use, apparently, but, like... I don't know, it just seems like they kind of... I don't like them, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't really like them, and I get that tons of people love them because they're so fucking cute, but... honestly, I don't care how cute something is. If it's insulting to me, then I don't like it. Hydaelyn's orders? Say anything interesting? Probably not. Sage Council, huh? Oh, is it because it's actually a literal council of sages? Oh, Urianger, you dog. You pun dog, you... Proceed! I'm actually recording this episode in my underwear and nothing else because, well, my air conditioner's not broke, but I have to turn it off every now and then to give the fan a rest so that it doesn't, you know, so that it doesn't break. But also, it actually works really fucking good and gets my room really cold, so cold to the point that I actually get cold. My options are put on a hoodie or, you know, long pants or something, and then get too hot, or turn the AC off for a little bit. So I've got it turned off. Room's heating up a little bit more than I thought it would, but I think we'll get through this recording just fine since I'm stripped down. One of these days I might look into getting a web camera and recording these with like face cam to make it more like a stream. Although honestly, I don't think a lot of people go for that these days. Like, and even if they did, I don't think my reach is very good on this channel. I've been thinking about starting a second channel where where I literally only try to do like actual edited video projects rather than Let's Plays. It really bothers me that there's really big Let's Play channels out there that can upload videos that are of the same exact quality as this, you know, and the only difference between them and me is they basically have tenure on the platform. You know, they were uploading before I was able to, you know, but they have a dedicated base already, so they're free to do that. Also, excuse me, I was just taking a drink there. Probably heard the slurp. It was disgusting, wasn't it? The Black Shroud, a place of utmost tranquility. Hello, Odin, Void Sent in every corner of every dungeon of every piece of the wood. Ramu summoning sylphs. Ixali in the North Shroud. Fucking Shardadel Mud with the fucking Ragnarok Drive Core, also in North Shroud. Hello, Clyde. No, the Shroud is actually a fucking chaotic place that's, like, so touched by the void that, like, you know, plus the elementals don't want certain people being there. No. Well, that would be cool to say, but that doesn't help them now. They can't cross the dimensional barrier. We'll go through Vanya. It's weird. Lorax trees. They use the word glean this expansion so much, and it spread into people's brains. It was like people didn't know the word glean before this expansion. And I swear, for the first like 2 months on the official forum after Endwalker came out, people were just like, I was able to glean a little bit more lore. I was able to glean. I was able to glean. And I was like, glean is a really stupid word. Please stop using it. Then again, not a lot of people have good vocabularies, so you know, when they learn a new word that's also short, how could they not want to use it? Oh, all of a sudden, the rabbits who were just talking down to us, I mean, this isn't Cooking Way, but yeah, I guess not all the rabbits are the same, but like, you know, whenever the scriptwriter demands that one of these rabbits talks down to us and basically voices one of Heideland's opinions, they sound like the most cocky, arrogant motherfuckers on the planet, and all of a sudden we got self-deprecating rabbit here. All in all, I guess part of me is just salty that there are too many for an expansion that's supposed to be about saving the world from an apocalypse. There are literally too many moments that are like carefree, like, don't worry, it's not that bad. Look at this cute rabbit. Like, you know, you just don't feel any urgency at all. And this is the main fucking story, right? Like, we're supposed to be urgently helping for the Aetherburner. And I've already forgotten, you know, what exactly it is we're in the Sharlayan hamlet to do. Because, you know, I thought we were supposed to be, what, like, communicating with the researchers about how best to solve the complex engineering problem of the Aetherburner efficiency. Like, I know we sent out the call already to, like, the four corners of Eorzea to get the refined adamantite. But surely there's got to be more to it than that, right? Like, we're helping the Loperids try to understand us better so they can help with it, I guess, is what we're doing. But man, oh man, there's just been so much sophistry already, and like, oh, you didn't do a test launch at all. Spatio-temporal spell to regulate the environment. Okay. So I cried foul. Just one step in the quest line too soon. They got back on topic. Barely. I believe it's in a side quest around here, but one of the side quests around here, I think it's one of the ones for flying. There's like a older blonde Lalafell male who turns out like he's Papalimo's dad or something. Dude, we gotta find 8 fucking scientists. I sure hope that with all this, these scientists being, you know, despondent and in despair, that none of them turn into blasphemies all of a sudden. Of course, that would actually make sense with what's going on, rather than... My back feels as like a void synth played as a piano. I like the coats they're wearing. I don't know where you get them though. I think there's similar models in game. Might even be like an alchemist outfit from one of the expansion artifacts sets. But I don't know where to get it or what it's called. Hello, hottie. Damn it. Limited first person nonsense. Of course, some of them are just in the level 60 Sharlayan coat that you can get for a caster from Idleshire. And a few of the crafting quests for Sharlayan, you'll see people in the Alexander sets from the Alexander Raid series as well, which is fairly interesting and has fairly decent implications. Especially one of the quests says that Sharlayans know about time travel, implying they know about Alexander, and that they... I think, if I remember right, one of the quests even said that some of the senior members of the Forum have time traveled. So, like, it's possible they got their Alexander robes, like, from within Alexander, just like the player. Kind of interesting. But of course, it's not expounded on at all. It's just like, here, have a Neato Burrito reference. Look at us loosely tying together the whole game. 56 bunches of weeds in the ground, 56 bunches of weeds. Rip one out, add to the mound, 55 bunches of weeds in the ground. Nope, she got excited. That was a hot Ellison, babe. Is this a cute Midlander, babe? No, but she's coping. Find all the scientists on my T-Rex. How the fuck do you say that name? Swalesame? Quailsame? I don't know. Makote Man! with purple tail and hair. Hey man, it's a bunch of midget rabbits that talk down to us occasionally. I hope they like questions. Why are you so small, and also why are you condescending half the time and self-deprecating the other half? Calm, Misecha. Wait a minute, the circle goes all the way out here. What if there's someone just outside the wall, yeah? I mean, probably not, but... sometimes. But maybe... Where are you, scientist number 8? I want to find you. I want to tell you to go talk to Rabbit, yeah. It is part of saving the world. Oh, number 8. Where are you? Ah, there's number 8. Irascible administrator. Is a bald Highlander with no eyebrows. It would be unfortunate to inflict this man involved upon the Loperids. Unfortunate for all involved to inflict this man upon the Loperids. Wait, was that not number 8? Oh my god, I'm not just fine. I gotta like actually find people to calm down. That like, there's false flags in this operation. Jesus Christ. Ugh. This is surely the best content for you to watch, viewer. I totally don't advise skipping ahead by however many minutes it takes me to find them. The story is trying to drag itself out with a pointless 8-part. Well, it's not really a fetch quest because we're not bringing them any. Well, I guess we're bringing them people. Does that count as fetch? Whatever. Okay, harried aetherologist. Okay, you gotta be number 7. So I spoke too soon. I wasn't looking for number 8. I was looking for number 7. Ooh, it's another hot. Oh, wait, it's a dude. Well, I guess he kind of looks okay. Hair and skin color don't really go together, but whatever. Fantasy people gonna fantasy. Maybe he's wearing a wig. Ooh, hyperventilating. Yes. You know, as crazy bad as these people are feeling, the fact that none of them have turned into blasphemies, like, at all, like, come on now. Where's the apocalypse that we're supposed to be experiencing?
spoken so much in, well, in forever.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends on the moon.
'Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Aetheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget...
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Moon beat his pants.
Yes, I am.
More member berries.
Vilson and Blovida, Sharlayans' foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
It hath been some time. 'Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
I'll say, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where. Do you have any idea how worried we were?
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know. We always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while. Arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing. And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
Yeah, I was there when your daughter died. When I first played through this, I was actually a little bit concerned that the parents were going to react, you know, more realistically and be angry, and that would be the blasphemy, like this would be the blasphemy incursion for Sharlayan, and we'd get final days here in Labyrinthos, underground, so the sky couldn't turn red, you know. running out of inventory space. Oh right, there was actually important work to be done. Well, I guess let's go do it. But yeah, if you've forgotten about Moonbreeda, I would forgive you. She literally showed up in patch like 2.4 Dreams of Ice and then was dead by 2.5. So. They literally brought a character in just to have her killed off. I'm pretty sure the only reason they brought her in was because she was an alternate design for Shiva that they made and then decided, well, you know, we went ahead and made this Rogadin, so let's put her to use. And that's why she wore all blue and, you know, looked like Shiva. Okay, so let me guess. We gotta carry crates, and they're big and heavy. And we gotta run all the way that way. We can't sprint. More quest elongation, baby. Could be worse, I suppose. But yeah. Yeah, so the first time I played through, I guess I didn't realize that the structure of Endwalker was essentially, you know, slow moment action, slow moment action, slow moment action, slow moment action. The slow moments being incredibly slow and dragging. And they were made all, I realized it by the end, but they were made all the more slow the first time I played through for the fact that I did all of the side quests. You go off no. The Scions are not good at allocating duties. They could have, you know, Clyde's big, strong dude, strongest guy around, and they could have had him carrying these giant boxes this whole time, and it would have been done by now. And they could have had the twins playing, you know, crowd gatherers and whatnot. Whatever, though. So Alisade literally just had us carry one box because she couldn't carry everything at once because of the one box. It's kind of funny. Not really in the mood to laugh though. That's one thing that's been kind of weird about getting older. I don't know if it's because I, you know, had depression for 6 years and stuff, or if like it's just getting older, but like a lot of humor that I recognize as humor, I don't always laugh for anymore. Like, even the first time through. And I used to really pride myself, and still kind of do pride myself on my sense of humor. I think a lot of stuff is funny. But, we sure are. Give us the dirt on our parents. I learned the most about my parents through family dinner. My dad loves the sound of his own voice and will tell any of his old stories, whichever one comes to mind. And this resulted in a lot of him retelling the same old story again and again and again and again. But ever since I got a girlfriend, for some reason he's like thought up fresh stories. So whenever we eat dinner with him, sometimes I hear stories that he hadn't told before. So sorry if I'm going through the, like, less important NPCs' names or dialogue faster. I don't know. We're almost at an hour and I'm not where I want to be. Plus I'm like hella bored. Hella bored. Like I said, the slow moments in Endwalker are slow. Unless you just like really... Look, he's got robot legs. Neat. You can trace your ancestry directly to those who came aboard Neon Crep's Hope, a lineage few can claim. Well, duh. Being a pacifist doesn't really serve anybody. Yeah, we've only had them jammed down our throats like 900 times by now. Your father loves you. He doesn't need a swift punch in the jaw. You know, he only disowned you and still actually hasn't formally re-owned you, so, you know. Oh, it's Catboy Sage Deluxe. Can I throw away? That. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Probably don't need those either. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go into Bastia and make a relic to... Okay, I guess we'll go for a bit of overtime here. Or, hold on, let's talk to them, I guess. Okay, cat boy. Did I get this Aether right? I think I did, but I'm not sure. Okay, good. Just making sure. Probably still won't get to where I want to get today unless I go for an hour and a half, but unfortunately I don't have time to do that. I've got maybe 15 to 20 more minutes that I can record. But that might make the next video a good length. I'm actually surprised that the quest chain's still level 88. After that swift upturn, you know, if there barely being any level 87 quests, I thought we were already in level 89 quests. So. Okay, so some monsters are gonna come up when you do the thing, because this place is basically Hell World. Awesome. Awesome. Jip, those didn't give you XP. Nah, I got killed. You're talking to a ghost. Hey look, panels with pictures of clouds on them now, I guess. Sure was. What if souls like minds have a personality, so to speak? A natural disposition towards which they are inclined. Kind of funny though, in Final Fantasy III, they actually used the model of this guy. He was like a court sorcerer named Hein, whose Andy gave the power of darkness, and it caused him to become an incredibly powerful sorcerer. And he used his magic to lift his kingdom and the entire forest around it into a giant floating ball, a tangled mesh of roots and castle walls. And he's the first boss in the series to have the barrier change ability, and you're supposed to use a scholar to identify his weakness and use the appropriate elemental weapons or spells against him. Alternatively, you can just make everyone into monks and punch them to death, which I've done on my last 2 playthroughs of the Famicom version via emulation. But so the Final Fantasy XIV version of Amon or whatever, the name Amon was not his name in Final Fantasy III, and this whole plotline with Zande and whatnot is completely new, and it's all Final Fantasy XIVs. Just using the bodies and names of characters to tell a new and different story with the same set pieces. Of course, it's not like Hein really had that much characterization to begin with. He was just this power-hungry fool. At least that's the way I remember it. Bond of Adamant, and then Ite in the parentheses. The forms banned recreational explosions. It's one thing I really don't like about this arc of the story either. It's slow and tedious. And also, this guy who's supposed to be a super awesome engineer, who probably isn't even as smart as Sid in any way, shape, or form, is getting, storyline and voice dialogue and shit, and all he talks about every time, instead of anything smart and intelligence, it's just, I want to make explosions! Boom, boom, boom! Explosions, explosions! And we're probably going to get about 10 minutes of cutscenes here. Afterwards, I think we'll be done with this episode, probably. So let's see what we get, shall we? Oh, happy music.
All set, I take it?
We finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals. Trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the Aetherburner, that is.
Well, I guess clearing everyone's schedule would let them help work on the Aetherburner. We could get everyone working.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Loperites, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have for the most part been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Cryle. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
Why do they have the phrase "speak of the devil"? They don't believe in the devil. This world doesn't even have, like, a specific devil.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested, with all speed.
Yes, come, be a dick. I'll punch you in the jaw. It'll be great.
Now, where might this delivery be? Oh.
We didn't tell them how much, did we? Just 2 airships left.
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
Shut up, Karen.
By the 12! Surely, these can't all be.
Ooh. 3rd airship and mana cutters. Oh, the Sky Pirates! Oh, I love it.
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamud shard.
I'll have you know I went all the way to the entrance. Furthermore, 'twas my contacts that enabled us to enlist the cooperation of the Sky Pirates.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due, you did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
My, what a grand welcome party.
Hancock and Soroban.
We come bearing relics both sacred and Allagan, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance. And we've brought a number of items from Eureka as well, courtesy of our hard-working expedition members.
I assume that if you haven't done Eureka that this line is cut.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of Rayson Temple. 'Twas passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Kugane. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his arrangements. Upon learning of your need, we made haste back to Hell's Lid, with our dango, never fear, and consulted with the other auspices. All consented to the lending of Tenzin's legendary Phoenix Blade for this noble cause.
Man, imagine if you hadn't done that side quest. Like, I guess the scene would be pretty much the same, but this one is making it seem like a really badass scene. Like, we're gonna put this Phoenix Blade into the spaceship.
Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however, and insisted upon accompanying me to Onokoro, where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies. I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill at ease, and ordered me see the blade into your hands personally, or die trying.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time. Fortunately, our majestic associates have been more than helpful. 'Tis an honor to join the Warrior of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
Well, they didn't join me. It's brought me shit. They played fetch for once.
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenard Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
But how?
We funded the venture. When?
Taru jumps out of the bushes?
Don't let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending. When it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount. We also have the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
Oh, it's that cute hottie.
Mother!
That's right, bitch.
Chameleons.
Get slapped, Fortuno.
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full.
I love her.
We can hardly take them with us on your teeny tiny toy boat, now can we? And would be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent.
Money is for spending.
Waste not.
However did you manage so much in so short a time, though? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Dude, everyone who we called ringed back to us, dude. We know exactly how many people we got.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
Shut up, Kryle. You didn't do shit.
Erenville, you were involved too.
I received a letter from Kryle after we parted ways in Labyrinthos. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the cleaners, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Sharlayan. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know. That is why I chose to help the Scions. To combat the obliteration of those countless, undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed.
It's funny that they phrase it like undiscovered wonders, because we know that they're actually just, like, they were lost after the Sundering. They had already been discovered once. Mankind merely lost them. They're not really undiscovered, they're just lost wonders.
To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
Hey, it's about time we got Sid in on this.
What's this about a ship that can fly to the moon? And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
Sid! You brought the team.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship.
About fucking time.
Oh, I nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlit before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius. He's still of the mind that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise, so we offer none of the latter. What he sent is an Allagan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments. Has a fair bit of refined adamantite in it, too.
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud shard. I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kral's message. So few Scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them. I know. How the Gobbyflock fought. Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness. The clash between their machina and the Allagan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the Gobby booms.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better.
Look at that hot Ellison lady in the background there in the yellow dress.
You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent. Ashdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Chrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, "Very well." Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
Aren't his scales like hella dead though?
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself along.
Why do we need those anyway? I guess maybe they could offer ethereal conductivity improvement to the Aetherburner somehow?
Look at me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again. Get a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent.
Ooh, I can do math in my head by looking at boxes, apparently.
Think of how far we could go! What we could do with that much power! What we could blow up!
Yep. Advanced scientific problem reduced to... Oh yeah, you just need enough boxes of the metal that said I needed to make my thing more efficient.
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the Scions' end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Yes, Father?
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it, the lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then I will bear it with you. I beg you, share your struggles with me. As family.
Okay, so I guess this counts as re-owning them. Get away from my kids, Fortunal. No, they're not actually my kids. I don't see them as the Wolf kids. I don't get that vibe.
You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst. 'Twas love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. The great Exodus would succeed, must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisoix openly decried Sharlayans' policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Cartano. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
That's more terrifying than... Like, this is supposed to be a juxtaposed line to Hythlodaeus back in time when he said, you know, was describing returning to the star, you know. It's beautiful always. It's just like he's talking about death. And Alphinaud's like, our star is beautiful always. It's like, what about all the wars, man?
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures.
Well, how could he not? I mean, they almost died when they got called to the first. So, you know, like, how did he not immediately...
Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Millions.
The emotional gravity of Fortunaut falls short for me because he didn't show up for like the last 5 expansions.
Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well.
I guess the twins have been in since 2.0, so they've been around for three story arcs now. This is their 4th story arc that they're in. Yeah, and Fortunaut was not in 3 of those 4 story arcs. While the twins were doing all sorts of crazy dangerous shit, risking their lives every day and shit.
I assumed that it was the Scions' influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular. I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
If we've finished loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You have no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
Gonna need a megaphone, dude. Maybe they'll at least have Clyde do like a shouting animation. Open his mouth wide to shout out the words. Yeah, we're gonna try to say that this is mankind uniting, even though it's like select governmental groups and world leaders once again, not the common
Your
man.
assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
Okay, come on now. We're almost at an hour and a half. I really need to walk my dog and do some other stuff. Hurry up, Sharlayan. Okay, finally, Jesus. Okay, we'll talk to the Scions next time if I can remember it. Let me just maneuver myself away from the quest marker. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a great day. Sorry if my saltiness got on your nerves. There will be more salt to be had, so please look forward to it.